What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Poolside Chat. My name is Todd, and I am back after a very short hiatus. I apologize. It's been a minute since I've got a video out. I did do a stream, which I released 2 matches, so hopefully you go back and watch that. I'm not going to lie, they were fantastic, and that was a learning curve for me. I've never done a live stream, and that is different. But you know what? So were videos, and look at me now. I'm doing a little bit better. Hopefully a little bit better. Hope you guys believe that. But with that said, I am back to get you another video, and it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's dive into this. We are doing USAPL 8-ball. We are playing Daniel. First time I have ever played Daniel, so don't really know a whole lot about him. I've seen him around for, the decade I've been playing pool, but never had the chance to fight on the table. So let's get into it. I did have to label this, he didn't want to play me because I played Teresa earlier in the night in 10-ball from my last video, and she switched over and was playing her APA match, and unfortunately she still had I think 3 racks to go, and this is the last 8-ball of the night. I am not going to wait for you to finish APA, so they had 1 person available, and Daniel was not thrilled about it. Very unhappy about having to play a 550, but you know what? That's why there's a handicap system, man. That's why I need dang near 30 more points than you. That is more than 2 racks. You're gonna have plenty of opportunities, man. But you know what? Let's dive right into this. Let's get the red dot up, which apparently it was low. All right, so USAPL. What did I break? Made 1. Looks like I made a stripe, and a quick evaluation, I think I kind of like solids just a little bit better. That 2-ball must sneak through, because if I can get that 3-ball, the 3 is really the biggest problem here. If I can get that 3-ball right now, this rack should be able to solve itself. But again, this match might have been a little while ago, so as you guys know, I don't like to review my matches that I just did. I'm not trying to tell you here's what I did. I'm going to go at this with a here's what I should do kind of mindset. So, all right. Got a couple options. You can go the 1, then the 5. I like going with the 5 here because then that's going to get you over from this angle at least. Move you to the left. Should give you a little bit better angle on the 1. So now, if I hit this with some top left, should leave me a good shot on the 7, but this is nice and easy. You're not trying to kill the ball. So I think, actually, I'm going for the 4-ball first. I'm going to hold the 7 for last. So I stun back out. I was trying to put some low, rip over, move that dang 10-ball out of my way. And unfortunately, it didn't budge. So now I got to break it out here. I'm going to put top. I'm not trying to put a ton of left because I'm just going to end up spinning around it. But I got to put just a little bit. This is really more of a speed shot. And look at that. What was that, guys? Nice little stop shot on the 8. We might just start with a break and run? Come on. Oh my goodness. What is this? That's not a bad way to start. That is not a bad way to start. When, like I said, I needed 29 more points. Ladies and gentlemen, I will take it. All right. So let's see what old Daniel's got here. Apologize. I'm getting updates on my buddy playing in APA singles qualifier, trying to make it to Vegas, and 9-ball is a 4. Got a bye first round. Just won a second, 31-17. Let's go, Mike. Got this, baby. All right. Daniel breaking very lacklusterly. Hey, I'm pretty sure he loose wrecked the heck out of himself, or that head ball rolled off. But just in general, you notice his break. He put the cue really far out. He's breaking back from the rail. So when he is breaking, he's running out of steam by the time he gets to the cue ball, which it's gonna be hard to get a good powerful shot when you're already on the deceleration part of your stroke. Now, even with a ball in hand, this is ugly. I might go so far to call this ugly, and I hope you guys know what I mean by that, because I can't say it. So I'm going to go for solids. Looks like the 5's got a home. I'm going to hit this nice and hard, trying to crack some of this open. And I got a wee bit of a spread, but did not leave myself anything here. And again, I don't remember what I do. I think the smarter play here would be play it safe. I need to get a bridge, shoot. I'm going to try to glance off the right side of that 7 ball, get that cue ball to the head rail, try to leave it over behind, or actually on the side rail beside that 10, and just leave Daniel with a whole lot of nothing. But I'm feeling confident after a break and run, so we're just going to go ahead and swing for some fences. And oh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that was a fantastic shot. That was not super easy, but at the same point, definitely was too hard. You know what? Actually, I do remember this shot. I got to get out big red, and we're going where I'm actually calling the 2 ball. Let me pause this real quick, because I know my jumps, and yes, the 6 ball actually does go just as easy as a 2, but when I'm doing a short jump over that 14, I have to get hard enough shot. I know the cue ball is going to be elevated quite a bit, and there's no way I'm going to get up and over the 14 and come down on the 6. So I'm going to choose to go just a little bit further, which is my natural shot, and I'm actually shooting that 2 ball, which my normal jump, I'm aiming right about here, just kind of give it a little bit of draw. It's going to stun out, but I got to land on top of that 2 ball. And I drill it. I remember that shot. I was so stoked. That was a fantastic jump. I love it. And I didn't jump the cube off the table, so win-win all the way around. All right, but the 7 goes to the top left. The problem is I'm not going to leave myself anything, so I have to essentially shoot the 1. I'm going to shoot this into the side. Looks like I'm trying to pull straight back, so I'm putting maximum low. Oh, actually, I even had a little bit of low right on that one, the way it came back. So let's reevaluate here, because that 7 is going to, yeah, say that's going to crash into the 6. You don't really know where it's going, so I'm going to go this route, try to open it up. Okay, so I left myself a 7 ball. The problem is I don't really have an angle, so I'm going some low right, just trying to get around. And apparently did not get my line. And you can tell just from the natural shot where that to bank at it, the 8 is just right in the way. So this is a very tough shot. I have to jump really long over the 13. Don't get a high enough bounce off the 13. Take their ball off, which, if I remember correct, USAPL means that ball drops. But regardless, cue ball 1 off. That is absolutely a foul. Ball in hand for them. So now we're going to finally get our real first shot of Daniel. If I remember correct, there's a few of these times I had to speed up the thought process, because he definitely took his time on some of these, and you know, don't get me wrong, you should evaluate this. You need to take your time and not just shoot all willy-nilly by any means, but I'm okay with this start. I think I might have even started with the 10, just for the simple fact that the 10, you gently roll up. I mean, you see, nice soft shot. Then that would have left the 14. So Daniel definitely overrolled this one. Gonna want to go ahead and shoot that 10 now. I'm gonna hit this with like some top right just to kind of swing it back out. Great shot. A little bit more. You've got your choices here, but personally, I'm gonna hit that 9 ball. So I'm gonna go 9 ball this low left corner, 15 to the top right, 13 to the top left. Then that leaves you the 11. Yes, you're having probably the most amount of cue ball movement. Hit that way too hard. That might have gave you the most amount of cue ball movement, but it left you with a good natural pattern that the 11 was your last ball, gave you the easiest 8. But unfortunately, left that. I don't know if he can see the 11. If he can, you might be able to still recover. Had to go rail first. Great speed, Daniel, because that 4 ball, I mean, being out at that first diamond almost to the middle, I think I can see the edge, but my Lord, is that thing going to be thin. And truth be told, this is where I should be playing a safe. But you know what? I'm swinging for fences this apparently right now. Drill the shot. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oof. As long as I can sneak by that 11, this is good. But man, this is where and I know I've got some normal phrases I say. Oh, I hit that bad. That hit the rail before the side pocket. But I've got some key phrases I say on this channel. But there's one of them I say in person all the time that my girlfriend Michelle laughs at. I'm always like, no big deal. Just hit it perfect. And that is absolutely what that shot was. It was not an easy shot. It was very hard. Thin, got to shoot it long through traffic. But you know what? No big deal. Hit it perfect. So now Daniel's got a pretty easy run. There's Teresa. See, we're already into the third rack. Or no, I'm sorry, second rack. Oh. Oof. Hit that way too hard. That was just going to be a nice, easy, soft shot. Then that would have left you the 13 natural. Top English would have come over the side. Like you could easily come around 2 rail for the 8, but left me real tricky. I don't want to try to back cut this, so I am cutting that to the top right pocket, and I way overhit that. Hit that way too thick. And that is 100% my fault. I should have got a bridge out. I could have easily hit that. But look at this. Another miss and another even harder leave. You can throw your hand up, Daniel. Yeah, it sucks you missed a shot, but look what you left me, dude. You left me a whole lot of nothing. So now I got to kick. I mean, this is long, so I have to guesstimate where the halfway point is. Slide over, which if I remember correct, is going to be pretty close to the side. No big deal. Hit it perfect. And I drilled the wrong ball and followed for a scratch. That is 2 fouls, 1 shot. Ball in hand. Yeah, Lee. Not the time to do it. That is not when you want to do that. So everybody hits this shot a little bit different. Looks like Dana's going straight top. Should just take him right center table. Came straight out. That's a good leave. So it definitely looks like Daniel was very nice. He's good dude, good to play with, but he seems to be angry at every single shot he makes. Like no matter where he left himself, every time. Oh, don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Okay, it stood up. But it looks like every shot he misses, or excuse me, every shot he leaves, he's just throwing his hand up like, oh, like that's not what I wanted. Like, well, brother, you've been playing long enough. Start paying attention where you're leaving. Get your speed control. I thought that was a great leave. Oh, we've got an equipment admirer. Thanks, Joe. Wondering what I'm using. I break with a Predator BK2, but it is a very old one at that. I want to say I bought it actually on AZ Billiards back in the day, quite a while ago. Didn't tell me where it was coming from. It took a while to get, and then when it finally arrived, it came from a Filipino address. So it's pretty beaten up. It's got a lot of nicks and chips on it that was not told, but whatever. It's a break cue. I didn't really care. I did realize not that long into it that the shaft was warped. So I dealt with it for quite a while until I got a good deal on a BK Rush shaft, both being unilock. And let me tell you, that thing broke fantastically. Loved it. But after I started playing with the Wheat State play cue or play shaft, I got a really good deal on a brake shaft from Wheat State, and I had to jump on it. So both of my cues are Predator butt, Wheat State shaft, and I love them. They are amazing. But speaking of, I should be getting an interview set up with Steven from Wheat State. That's going to be fun. Kind of help him out. I know a couple guys have asked about my equipment, so yeah, I'm going to do an interview with them here sometime, hopefully within the next couple weeks, maybe a month, once I get all the logistics figured out. But anyway, let's get back to the match. I'm over here rambling for no reason. So we're in a bit of a safety battle, even though, if I remember correctly, I think it's still open. Yeah, it's still open. Daniel played a safe. I didn't really have a good look at anything, so I played an even tighter safe. Well, I mean, lock the 14 to the rail, and then put the cue ball real close to both. They're not frozen, so you got to be careful how you hit this without double hitting and fouling. Daniel is not happy about it. You can just read that all over his body language. On the other table, I got one of my teammates, Eddie. Insanely good guy. Loved having him on the team again. I played on a session with him back in like 2017, maybe 2018. And that's actually the team I met my now girlfriend, Michelle. Even though it took us quite a few years after that before we started dating. She was with a guy at that time. Once she became single, I saw my opportunity and I jumped. All right, let's go, Daniel. Okay. Not real sure what he was calling on that one, but regardless, he didn't have a lot. He was pretty hooked in a lot of ways. So now I've got to look. I can start with that 9 ball. Basically, just want to slow roll this one. It's got an angle, and I shank it. If I remember correct, actually, there was a little bit of table roll on it, which there is nothing more infuriating than table roll. Like, if I lose because I shot bad, if I made bad decisions, that sucks, but that's my fault. If you beat me because you played well, you played great saves, you ran out all over the place, That sucks. But congratulations, you did your job. When I lose or a table is decided because of bad equipment, pure rage. Absolutely pure rage. We play here all the time. We want to have good equipment. And I know these are, they're not valleys, they're the uh, dynamos. They're basically a valley. And they don't play bad, but there's sometimes that just drives me nuts. All right. So I am solids. I think the 4 must sneak through this little field goal. That's why I'm shooting it first. And unfortunately, I clipped the upright, hit it just hard enough to bring it back into traffic. Got a little lucky with the leave. 12 ball still hooked. You can see the 15, but that is a high scratch chance on the side. And otherwise, I mean, you could see the 11, but that's a combo with the 11. Actually, can't even do the combo. Well, probably combo 11-9. But then again, that is extremely hard. So he's going to shoot the 15, hiking up, put a little draw to avoid the scratch, which is smart. Oh, just a hair thin. And made the 2 a little tougher. Yeah, dang it. Man, didn't really do me any favors. But I think I've got enough angle on the 7. If I cut that to from this angle, the low right, I should be able to stun over and bump into that 2 and open it up. And then I either have the 1 or the 3 as insurance balls. If I don't leave myself the 2. But unfortunately, you got to make the shot. Got to clean that up. Got to clean that up. There's not a lot of safe options here because I've got enough balls spread out that, and he's in a place. I take that back. He might be able to see enough of the 15, or excuse me, of the 13 up on the head rail. Could glance off the right side of it and then try to 2 rail, get that cue ball behind the 9. Oh, get there. Get there. See? Great shot. Great shot. Because now I don't have a makeable shot. My only real option here is to return a safe, which looks like I'm going to do by just touching the 5. Nice and soft. I like it. I like it. Looks like, I mean, you got to bank unless I don't think you can see the angle to cut it. Yeah. Had the chance to go for the bank, but play that wise because no matter what you do, there's not really going to be a leave there. Because the 15 can't go long. The 7's blocking that pocket. You know, unless either the 11 or the 15 can go in that top middle. Can't remember if that was a roll off or just a sheer miss, but that is a swing and a whiff, strike 1. All in hand for Daniel. Still has a lot of work though. Like I said, you can take, I think the 11 might go to the side and the corner. I don't know if the 15 goes by the 6. But I definitely would start with one of those 2. I would not start with the 1 ball that's out in the open. You have 4 balls that are in tricky spots. You need to try to find a way to eliminate your troubles, and you're going to start with the one that is the most open. So do not recommend this route. You know, kind of like in the last rack, there are times when it's okay to go ahead and start with an open ball to leave you a, yeah, he's calling the 11 on the side. It's okay to start with the ball in the open. It's going to leave you kind of a pattern to run out, but you don't take an easy ball to try to leave a hard ball. Go ahead and take care of the trouble when you got ball in hand, because if you're trying to shoot the one ball to leave the two, if you overhit, underhit, well, you just actually hurt yourself, because now you might not have given yourself the leave on the two. Just got ball in hand. Take leave on the two, how and exactly where you want it. It's my thought. Gonna shoot the 15. Okay. A little bit over the one, which is not comfortable. I think the 13 goes, but you're not really going to leave yourself a 12, which is where I am going to probably play. Well, ideally, I'd try to play a safe off the 12, try to get that cue ball in between that 4-13. That is a real tough touch shot, but I'd rather swing for that, because even if you try to back bank the 12, cue ball could go over, could hit the 13, open things up, but you don't really have any control to know where it's going to leave you. But regardless, tried the cut, just got a little thin on it, so I have to check my angles, trying to see, does the 5 even go by the 13? So this is where, yeah, if you go for the 7, just straight top, not really getting any kind of crazy with it. I might have wanted a little bit more into the table, but it doesn't matter. Same thing. I'm going straight top, cut that 3 into the side. Yep, that's going to crash right into it. And guess what? They lined up perfectly for your boy's favorite shot, a combo. But you know what? I drill it. I couldn't remember if I made that or not. So don't think I remember. I was just hopeful. I have got the wrong angle on the 1. I don't have enough angle that I can. Ooh, what just happened? I didn't have enough angle I could make the 1 and bounce out backwards to see the 5. So I went ahead and took the thin cut. Still got to figure out that 6 ball, because now I just put it back in the bad spot. Nice forceful shot. Sorry, guys, I'm not working the dot like I want. So realistically, I don't have enough angle. I don't know if I could hit this with, like, I think it's a little bit low left, and I way understroked it. I needed to stroke that and get a little bit closer to the 12, just so give me an easier shot on the 6, but I didn't have it. So, and overdid it. But look at that leave. I'll take that. I will take that. So the good news with this leave is the 12 is outside of the side. So if that even goes, that is paper thin, leaving Daniel with a very tough spot. And this is where Daniel needs to play a safe off from this perspective, the left side of that 13, try to block me on the 6. Because if he, oh, hello. Like, my dog wanted to come down, let me know mom is home from the gym. Oh, you can't miss it. I would not have. I mean, that's an impossible cut. I don't know why you tried that. So, ball in hand, straight top. And there we go. This should do it. 35-20. But now, if you pay attention to the way USAPL is scored, that is 13 points Daniel needs, aka he's on the hill. He needs 1 rack and it's over, or he just needs enough points before I get to the hill and he could still win. So if he gets 2 7s, let's see, what would that be? 2 7s, but then I would have 28. I don't know if that's enough. I might be too close to the hill. So Daniel needs to win a rack. That's all there is to it. And he's breaking. So like I said earlier, look how far away he's queuing from that break, from the queue. Put a lot more oomph onto it. Probably just got a more solid hit into the center of the cue ball. But I mean, he was bridging like 8 inches back from the cue. It's hard to keep any kind of power that way. All right, so ideally I want to put straight low, stun out. Oh, I want to get around that one though. I didn't put enough conviction into it. Needed to actually slide it. I left myself in a bad spot here. So we're going to, apparently I'm swinging for fences still. Playing to run out. No? Okay, that's smart. I'm glad I'm not going for that crossbank on the 12. So we're going to bring out Big Red, adjust the old shoulder a little bit. We're jumping at the 11. Good hit. Ooh, left it kind of a bad spot. But the 12 ball hung up and left me a blocker. Thank you, 12. Their Captain Abel coming over to talk about something. I don't even think he's talking to me. All right, Daniel. I apologize. I left you a whole lot of nothing. Kind of a sorry, not sorry. He is going to try to thin cut that 6. And center pocket drilled it. Okay, so. Oh, I remember this. Yeah. This was another player over here in the bottom right. Had to come over and explain some drama on the night. I'm not going to get into it. It was ridiculous. Pointless pool drama. That's all I'm going to say. All right, he's playing smart. He's going for the 7, so that way it kind of opens him up. Hit that great. Now, if he punches that 2 ball just well enough, that's going to come off the 12, open up that corner pocket, so he's got something to look at, but instead he's choosing to shoot long on the 3, which even if he makes it, he's not really helping his cause. Definitely don't agree with that lead, or that's the pattern choice, but either way, okay. That was actually a really good shot. Not 100% sure that was intentional, but I know I was trying to move that off the rail at least. I was not trying to leave it as a duck, but we'll take it. All right, move that. So yeah, that was gonna be a straight draw. I made the dot a little too small. There we go. Let's resize that, guys. Sorry about that. So now I'm trying to get that. Looks like, what is that, the 15 or the 11, and double point back out. Didn't even hit that well because my leave on that 13 is terrible. But the good news is, so is Daniel's leave. You know what they say, guys? That's amateur pool for you right there. That is amateur pool at its best. Not a terrible choice to cross bank this because he's got a little bit of a backboard with that 8-13. Not going to take, and actually don't eat. Oh, don't do it to him. Ooh. I was like, don't even need it. That was like good bank. Thankfully hit a good speed not to scratch. If he hit that a little thicker with a little bit of outside, still could have made the ball the same way, but that it would have allowed him to go head rail, get off that head rail, spin out for a little better shot. Ooh, got real thin on that one. But didn't really leave me great. I was double checking if I can even see this. I think I'm playing safe here. I think I'm playing a safe where I can just roll up and I'm just trying to block. Yep. I don't care if you can see the 1 ball, but I was trying to block him from seeing the 5 to get out. I'm okay with this. 12 balls still hung, leaving that 1 ball in a precarious spot. But if he plays this right, just hit that 1 ball where it drops my 12, roll the cue ball up where I can't. As long as he hits it off the rail enough where that 8 ball is blocking the 13, then he's forcing me to bank, and that'd be a good leave. So he's going to take a timeout. Abel's coming. Trying to figure out how do I leave him nothing. And actually, he might even be able to just see the 4, which if he can see the 4, just go ahead and combo the 4 into the 12, leave that cue ball towards the head rail, and then I can't see the 13, and I'm taking a miracle shot on the 11. So I'm okay with that leave too. A little bit hard left me, but at the same point, it came out enough that actually probably makes that even a little bit harder because of how thin that is. And this is a bad spot because trying to bank this, the cue ball is going to get in the way. You see where I'm aiming? I'm hitting to the left. So how do you shoot this with getting the cue ball out of the way? Because you got to hit it with some speed, which means the object ball is still going to go faster than the cue. So it looks like I'm just I don't know if I'm putting some spin on, but I'm definitely hitting low. Cue ball didn't get in the way, but again, I don't know if that could have happened. So if Daniel can make this combo, this could be game, guys. Oh, got on the back side of it. Okay. Should have an 11 in the side. I think the cue ball's going to just miss that 13 on the left. Yeah, just glanced it, which is fine. Just didn't hit it too thick. Oh, actually, I'm going low, so I must be trying to stun this over for a little bit of a straighter shot. Okay. Okay. Just probably a little bit top, maybe, but all right, guys. Now it is officially hill, and my break. It's my break. Let's see if I can get a good spread. Let's continue from rack number 1. How would that be for a finish? 13-10. That means whoever wins this rack wins the match. Guaranteed 100 points to the winner. And some extra because neither one of us can get our minimum balls. I'll have a few extra points in there. Oh, but you know what? Now I'm looking, that break is dry. Only real good shot Daniel's got's at 11, which is good. Slow roll that in. Could have had a good shot on the 10. All right. Let's reevaluate real quick. And I think I still like stripes a little bit just because of that 5 ball. Like, yes, the 5 goes in that top side or this low right over here. But I think like really, I mean that's the closest thing to a positional play you're gonna have to do, which at the same point you still gotta get a decent shape to even cut the 14. So this is where personally I would just go just a smidge of low left and punch off this 10. The body language says it all. Apparently Daniel can see the 2, so he's going that route, which I mean your only really other option is that 13 into that top side, which is not gonna leave you much. So I think that is probably the better play. Yes. I'm gonna hit that straight top English just so that way the cue ball gets towards that 12 possibly, and then you're gonna have a bunch of options. Got too thin with it though. Got too thin with it. Okay, so I am still thinking stripes. Yeah. Short people problems, don't want to get out the bridge, so I am just gonna go and shoot that. Looks like, oh, whole lot of top right. All right, so we're gonna go 15, top with a little bit of left just to get around that 6 ball. Keep that 11 open. Thank you. Let's go ahead and shoot the 10 ball. We're just going to pull off the side row, just kind of a stun. That way it leaves that. Probably going to go for the 12 just because I don't think I got enough run forward for the 9 ball. Looks like I am still rip and draw. Okay. Not a bad leave. Basically, same kind of thing. Low. I might put just a smidge of right English on this one. I think actually that might have been almost just straight center. All right. But now here's a slight tricky shot because that 14 doesn't clear the 2. And this is the problem with the pattern. I ran this thing without actually figuring out everything. I was just kind of thinking 1 or 2 balls ahead. And boy, how did I smash that. Oh, guys, that was terrible. Oh, I might still have a look. Okay, you know what? Let's go back just a smidge. From right here, if you just take this 9 ball top, just, actually I take it back. You might want a little bit more right just to spin up. You're trying to get the cue ball. I mean, imagine if you see that chalk in line with the 14 straight to that side pocket, that's your line. Then you can slow roll that, barely put a little top, roll forward. Then you've got that 8 ball over to the top from this angle, the top left out in the open. That is ball game. Or what you can do is smash the 9 ball. I was trying to go 2 rails into the gap around that 1-8, and I just ripped top, which, don't move the video, just move the dot, guys. Sorry, it's my first video. Still learning this, guys. But instead, I had to put some, it would have been low left, trying to create that throw. And as you can see, it didn't work. Did not work. So Daniel's at the table. Just needs a little bit of a positional play on the 3, but I would not be starting with the 2 here, especially in a rolling ball. No way. Nope. I would start with that 1 ball just to solidify. You could have stopped it. And then you had the choice of the 2 with a better angle, or take the 3 ball long. If you miss the 3, the cue ball should be rolling forward, leave me a harder, if not blocked by the 7 on the 14. Like, there were some better options there. So, played a bit of a safe. Don't think that ball can bank in the side, which I don't want to shoot that anyway, because, okay, yeah, you can see this, Todd, but guess what? How are you going to get back on shape on that 8 ball? Because the 1's blocking it to this low right pocket. This is where I need to be hitting a little bit of low, but I mean, God, I missed that by a country mile. Even then, look at that. I left nothing. And put him in the open, tied up the 14. All I have to do is just come off that, get the 14 in the middle of the table, roll the cue ball over to the left head rail, about the second diamond or so. He doesn't have a great shot. But instead, I put on my malfunctioning hero cape, tried to make magic happen. I am tapping the cue because I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, that is a ton of left to even get a hit. Otherwise, I got to go to the left of the 5. Right, yep, there you go, with a decent amount of right, but at least try to get it to the rail, get the 14 to the rail, and just hope the cue ball sits. Oh, well, I'm going to go 2 rails at this. And I missed that terribly. I give that shot 1 star, guys. That was ugly. That was brutal. I didn't like any of it. All right, Daniel. This is where I'm going to say go ahead and clean up. I'm good with the 3. Roll forward just a little bit. Go ahead and take the 7, then the 4, then come back for the 5, because he's not shooting fantastic. So he's probably going to end up missing at least one of these, to where that 1 and the 5 are making my shot much harder. So he's telling him, because he has ball in hand, he's giving him the run out, take the 1 up to that top middle, and then he's got the option of the 5 or the 3. Not a bad solution. If you're shooting great and confident, that's an easy enough pattern that I think Daniel would be able to. The problem is, you've seen he's started missing some stuff, and he's getting a bit in his head, and he's not feeling confident. Oh, and he's hiking up. Why are you trying to draw? Yeah, I think the thought was good, but you don't. When you elevate, even if you're hitting center ball, it's like you're treating it like you're hitting some low. So that's why it pulled back a little bit, and unfortunately, did not do him well. So all I had to do was just stun straight back, even ricocheted off the 5 a little bit. Dana's over there cursing me in the side, rightfully so, because 63-25, guys. I had to fight on that one. There was a couple moments that I was like, ooh, he might be open. But I got lucky. Got some. Unfortunately, he missed a few that he probably shouldn't have. But you know what? This is a terrible final picture. There we go. I did it too much. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I just foobarred this whole back end. But you know what? There we go. 63-25. Thank you guys for watching. Apologize for the slight break, but don't worry. I'm coming back with some more pool action here shortly. And I'll see you guys on Facebook. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook. Got some fun stuff going. See you soon. Thanks.